Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. Uh, and tonight we're going to take a look into the sun in Aquarius that have already taken place a few hours ago. It took place at the 19th of January, today, for you my American friends, at 3 p.m. Exactly 3 p.m. the sun entered into Aquarius. So this ingression of the sun, or this transit of the sun, is going to be in effect up until the 18th, of February, where at a 5:06 a.m. is going to enter into the sign of Pisces. So as far as the influence of the sun over us, that will be the period from today up until the 18th of February, not included though, because after 5 a.m. is going to enter into Pisces. Hello, Yarabi. Welcome to the stream. So, guys, with that said, the first thing that I'm going to do, as per usual, this will be the collective reading. So if you do want to examine the cards for yourself, you can do so going for the thumbnail. You can examine them there. I have drew them a few hours ago. Now the first one that I drew, that will be the Eight of Swords, followed by Justice that we have here. And then the last one, or the third card, that will be the Hermit. Nancy, thank you for the 20. Thank you as well. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Good morning, Nuzivone. No rest for the weekend for you, I guess. I guess you're going for work again. Early shift. But welcome to the stream. So the influence of the sun, at least according to my cards, will be somewhat annoying. And the reason for that is because we are going to happen to be overwhelmed, or rather like, yeah, well, overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities that we will have to tackle. And tackling even is not going to be the hardest thing doing so. What is going to be the hardest thing is actually managing those responsibilities, deciding which one should go first, which one can be delayed for a later date, or for a late hour, or for a later hour, whatever case. But the thing is that from today moving forward, within the next 30 days, give or take, we will find a very, very little time to kind of like catch up our breath, or find a respite, if you will, or respite, depending on how you pronounce that word. I heard it in the two pronunciations. So yeah, I guess it's respite, but I like respite more, as how it sounds. Anyway, so why then is going to be annoying? Obviously, we're going to have a lot of work get done within the next 30 days. And now that I think of, the new president of the United States is stepping in, so I guess he's going to have a lot of things to do. He's going to have a lot of responsibilities to tackle within the next 30 days. But that's besides the point. He's going to be annoying because of that Hierophant being, a Hermit, being next to the Eight of Swords. And that pretty much speaks that, for the most part, we will not going to be able to fathom. I'm not even talking about comprehension here, but rather like a fathom why at that point we will have to get into that shit, for lack of a better expression here. These are going to be responsibilities which are hammered down on us by our boss, and at that point we were just not going to be able to fathom why that man or a woman, whatever the case, okay, doesn't matter what kind of a gender your boss is, but your boss is bringing down those things on you, since you can at that point discern for yourself that you do have a better things to do. But nonetheless, you are to be prioritized into a endeavors that at that point, you, me, and anyone else, aside from the one that is giving them, is considered a priority, long story short. And that's why there is going to be an annoyance. Some of us may end up being livid at that point. And also, we should be very careful when it comes to relationships. Doesn't matter if we're talking about here intimate relationships or friendships, co-working relationships, family relationships as well. Because the Sun in Aquarius is going to bring a lot of freedom in thoughts. And therefore, you, me, or anyone else trying to explain themselves, trying to convey an idea or a thought or an opinion, if you will, it's very likely to be at first misunderstood from the other side. And that's why it's going to help tremendously within the next 30 days if we are extra elaborative when it comes to explaining ourselves or conveying ideas, thoughts, and so on and so forth. And lastly, when it comes to personal deeds and personal decisions, what is going to be the most important thing being out there is that when we are on the verge of deciding how to approach one thing or another, how to act in one situation or another, to be accountable toward ourselves first and foremost. So that said, this concludes the collective reading. And a few notes about the show before I move forward. Now there are going to be 12 readings, just as this one, and they will be conducted for each star sign. Now bear in mind that these are going to be general readings for the star signs, and that said, they're not your personal readings. So if you do wish to have a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which link you're going to find in the description down below, and there at the very front page of the website you're going to see a full list of my services, their pricing as well. So based on your budget and your needs, you can go for whichever one is going to suit you best. Other than that, if you do wish to support me, you can do so by subscribing for the channel, liking the video, engaging with the video as well through comments. That is going to help me with the YouTube algorithm. And finally, if you do wish to support the show financially, you can totally do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The link to the PayPal you're going to find as well into the description down below, just like Yasmin, Taco, and as well Nancy did. Thank you guys again. And anyone who does so, you guys are going to have a reading at the end of the stream when I'm done with the star signs. So yeah, you are already into my list, Yasmin, Taco, and as well Nancy. So the first star sign that I'm going to read for, this is going to be Aries. You can track which star sign I'm reading for through the glyph being displayed on my right hand side. Right there, it should be right there on your screens. So let me shuffle and see what we have. Respite, yeah, well, Taco, thank you for confirming that, although I have heard it quite a few times being pronounced respite, which is totally fine with me, you know, but I like how it sounds. You know, guys, when you don't know a language and it has a sound to it. For example, with my Bulgarian language, I don't know how it sounds because I understand the language, but from a side, foreigners had told me that it sounds like crackling electricity, which is kind of unique. But yeah, when I hear the word respite or a respite definitely sounds better to the one who does not understand the language. I know it, but I do not understand it. Okay. Aries. We do have the High Priestess, which is the first card for Aries, followed by the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about here. It's the Eight of Pentacles, not the Eight of Swords. And the third one, that's going to be the Four of Pentacles, okay? So these three, no confusion here for Aries with those three cards. It does look like that they will not just only stabilize, for lack of better expression, but also these are going to be the 30 days which they are going to secure for themselves a good and long-term job, which they're going to secure for themselves a stable and long-term relationship. It is just there is going to be a securing of something that will guarantee you a good and stable future into that particular field. And if you are thinking of, well, what's the field, as this is a general reading, is going to be highly personalized, but that's going to be the field that you are preparing for or planning for at that point. So if you are planning for a business, or if you are preparing for an engagement, for example, these 30 days will deliver ensuring that that's going to take place, and not just only going to take place, but as well it's going to be a long-term endeavor that will be secured for you. So I guess no preparation or plans are going to waste for you. There is one caveat to it though. Your performance here needs to be supported with a very high dose of conscientiousness. All right, next one, that will be Taurus. News Devon, thank you for the £5. Thank you, News Devon. Let me put you into the list. For a second. At the end of the stream, you're also going to have your personalized reading. Five of Swords. Then it is the Ace of Swords. And then it is the Hangman. And that could play out in so many ways. So the most likelihood of manifestation of these three cards for you, Taurus, is that through circumstances, you will become aware how far can you go. How far can you go with pushing it? How far can you go with the job? How far can you go with the idea, if you will? And a choice is going to be presented to you whether you should overextend or not. With these cards, highly advisable not to overextend by any means, guys. This isn't a 30 days where you take a loan, ask for favors, and so on and so forth. These 30 days, you should kind of like constrain or restrict yourself only to your personal capabilities and not overextending them. Now, another way how these cards could play out is being cut off. What I mean is being cut off from a project, being cut off from a society, being cut off from an endeavor, is generally being approached and being told that you aren't needed, or that you're just not gonna cut it in. And the third way, that just off the top of my head, but the look of those cards, is through abuse of power. What I mean is that most likely within one's career it could manifest, where one realizes why they cannot break through into their career is because there is abuse of power from the management, for example, that are installing just the story of everyone's life. less qualified people just because they know them better, or just because they have some kind of like relations and so on and so forth. And so through abuse of power, one cannot make a breakthrough. But in either way, there is going to be a clear understanding of your environment. You're going to have a clear understanding of your environment and clear realization of what your options are. And definitely there is going to be an option out there that can stir things for you, at least at the first place. So sobering season for you, Taurus. Moving next, that will be Gemini. Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Tower, so it is a gainful opportunity for you this season, either one or few or hopefully many gainful opportunities are gonna come your way. But with that Tower being next to the Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles as well, I'm not gonna run them down, but through a numerous reasons, these opportunities are gonna catch you unprepared, at least at the given stage. So for example, they're gonna open themselves, or one opportunity is gonna open itself when it is not the good time, another when you are ill, third one when you are out of town, and so on and so forth. They will open up at positions that you are just not gonna be fully prepared to take them on. And it will require, I can't really say a sacrifice, but relinquishing of, it will require a relinquishing of one thing in order to take on these gainful opportunities. Now, these gainful opportunities could be a job, project, a relationship, if you will, but they are going to be a passionate opportunity. So as soon as you kind of like envision or evoke the vision of this opening, you will feel a surge of enthusiasm. And I think that for the most part here, by the look of those cards, you will take advantage from the majority of these opportunities. They will require, though, from you, Gemini, to expand for yourself, like acquiring a new skill, learning something new, for example, or putting yourself into an environment that you aren't used to, and so on and so forth. All right, next one, that will be Cancer. King of Swords, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords. Hey, Mattia. Good evening to you too, and Happy New Year as well. I hope you had a good time in Croatia. Yes, I am. Thank you. So for a Cancer, this will be a season of like seeking guidance, seeking a competent opinion, for example, on an issues that you will find not being able to resolve by yourself. that is no different than seeking out an involvement of a lawyer or of a law enforcement, or just a professional intervention. And within this season, you will find the right one, or for yourself, like the right financial advisor, like the right accountant, and so on and so forth. But the window when you find them is going to be rather quite short. You are going to be presented with the solution of your issue. Like, you find a lawyer and they tell you, you have, yeah, we can do it. Okay, we can do that treatment, or whatever the case, we can do this strategy. But if we are to make it, we gotta act now. So it will require that this season you will have to be at most decisive. If you are to be decisive throughout the next year, that's the time, right? Next 30 days. And that could be, for all I know, it could be also a physician. You may have something wrong with you and nobody can tell you why you're having these issues, health issues. And the next 30 days could be very well the days where you are going to find a person that will know exactly what you have, how to treat it, but you gotta start like right now. Okay. And you will make these problems just vanish, disappear. That is, if you follow the guidance of this professional individual. Next one, Leo. I like snowstorms. It makes you feel very cozy inside. I mean, inside your home. And that's one of the the primary reasons, primary reason why I do like snowstorms. I hate hailstorms though. Okay, Leo. The Wheel of Fortune. The Emperor. Yeah, I'm sorry. And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Woo. Sorry, guys. Sneeze a lot. Mattia, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Mattia. The end of the stream, they're also going to have a personalized reading on your inquiry. There we go. Thank you, Living Girl. Oh, man. Leo. So, can I put it into words? This isn't on the tip of my tongue is to say hard work, but it isn't exactly hard work. It's more of a style, treatment, the way you do things, guys. So bottom line here is that well, what is the word? Oh my god. Well, it is a no, it's not deprivation. You know, I'm going to try to explain that way. You know, when towards a better end, one is depriving themselves of a something, no different than towards the better end of your health, to deprive yourself of cigarettes or alcohol, or fatty food or junk food, and so on and so forth. How do you call that in English? It's like, do you call it just simply deprivation? So those restrictions, or maybe restrictions, yeah, those restrictions which you have bestowed upon yourself are going to bring an amazing results in the next 30 days, and they will change your life towards the better. in an extreme measures. And your discipline is the other thing. So the discipline you have in one field or another, or maybe in your entire life, is going to bring again a significant improvement, not just only improvement, but a dramatic positive change in your life or into the field where you are showing up a discipline, like the discipline to quit smoking or to stop drinking or to cut off junk food, or the discipline to work hard, whatever the case. Okay, so wherever you are showing up a discipline, this is where things are going to pay off a big time, definitely exceeding your expectations. Okay, next, that will be Virgo. Ten of Wands. Just and Eight of Wands. These are additions, good additions. Okay, good additions, for example, to your business, couple of new clients, good additions to your work, couple of new tasks that will bring acquisitions, good additions into your social circle, couple of new friends. So you do have a new additions that you won't be able, you will not going to have the luxury to choose to turn down. So you have to take them in, you have to perform into them. Okay, so your problem is going to be, how can I make my day 28 hours? That's what's going to be your problem. But if you manage to do so, then an amazing rewards are awaiting you at the end. This isn't a season where you reject an offer, where you reject a proposition, or where you reject an extending hand, whether it is a helping one or a curious one. No matter what, you do not deny those. And like I said, if you do manage to mingle with everything, okay, and juggle with all the activities which are going to be thrown your way, and there are going to be quite a few of those, like I told you, Virgo, then like I said, at the end, what are awaiting you are an amazing results, whether monetary, if it is about business, whether emotional, if it is about romance, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that was Virgo. Now next we have Libra. Six of Swords, Nine of Swords, Queen of a Swords. You will not gonna care, right? You're just not gonna give a damn anymore who likes what you are about to do, who approves it, and in generally how this is going to affect people that have no relevance to you whatsoever. This is going to be the season where you're just going to close your eyes and push your things through, get yourself closer and closer to whatever target you are dreaming about, and how this is going to be accepted by the rest, you will just not going to give a damn. Okay, like I said, you're just not going to care. So you can expect to get a lot of the work done, personal work, I mean, under a personal work, I mean work on growth that you wish to get done into, rather than what is kind of like hammered down on you by your, say, family elders, or by, say, your boss, that you just not care about So this is a super strong personal progression where you're just gonna get your things done, things that will play a significant role for you and gonna help you get closer and closer to your dream position, for example, or to your dream home or to your dream destination, whatever the case. Okay. But like I said, you are not going to allow anymore to be intimidated, whether by the people around you or by the circumstances. Right? Next, Scorpio. Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Fool. I don't like it. With these three cards, this isn't the season for messing around with things. This isn't the season. Well, Gemini reading Yarabi was great. I will take it any day of the week in front of the one that I'm having right now, because I am Scorpio as well. That's why I say I just don't like that one, because this isn't a season of a 30 days where we, as a Scorpio, can try to implement, say, new strategies or new muses or new inspirations or starting anew for a fact. Okay. Even it is not going to be about how ambitious we are. This is about a marathon next 30 days. This is about continuation of what had been started by that point, the way that had been started. So it's about doing the same job over and over again until we get it done right. It's doing about the same project over and over again until we get it done right. Or going out with the same person until we get it done right. The good thing is that eventually we are gonna get it right. Okay, so it's gonna work out, but it will require a lot of stubbornness, a lot of conscientiousness, a lot of probing, and also a tedious performance. So why the sad face, Yarabi? What didn't you like for the Gemini reading? Next one, Sagittarius. Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, or no, that's the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry, it's not the Page of Wands. You will not gonna be like prepared, like expecting them, okay? But you will have all the means to seize them, okay? You will not gonna be prepared. That doesn't mean that you cannot take advantage of them. All right, so super good for Sagittarius here on all fronts, guys. This is gonna be season in which you will end up having common ground, right? You will get to a common point with, say, your significant other, with, say, your parents. So if there is an edge in between you two, if there is a gap out there, if, or not an edge but a wedge, I'm sorry, so if there is a wedge in between you two, or in between you all, if there is a misunderstanding, okay, if there is a lack of harmony out there, that harmony is going to be restored in between you and your significant other, friends, family members, and so on and so forth. On the business front is even better. You are about to see the very first results of your tries and of your new projects with your new clients as well, which is going to bring to a quite of a lucrative situations, lucrative opportunities, lucrative maneuvers. And the only thing that it is required from you to do here, Sagittarius, is just don't play God. What I mean is, don't look down from a high horse. Behave with people like equals, and that is gonna go for a long way with you. You're welcome, Yarabi. All right, so next will be Capricorn. Four of Cups. Temperance. Knight of Wands. This is going to be a precarious season, and that is an understatement for you. So the first thing that you are going to notice in the first days or couple of weeks into the season, that you are going to grow less and less satisfied with the results accomplished. We're talking about results that you have accomplished thus far, not the results that you are going to accomplishing into the season. So, for example, let's say you made a renovation of your house, and it's finished, it's concluded recently, and now when you look at it, you feel dissatisfied for one or another thing. And that may urge you to do something extreme, like bring it all down and start anew. While it does require a little bit of additional fine touch, it doesn't need to be brought down. So, do not jump into the first thing that comes to mind. That is very important within the next 30 days. Another thing for you, Capricorn, is think about 30 times before you act. Enterprising options available that may come to mind. It's very likely to end up happening being disaster. according to these cards. Another thing that you need to understand is that in these 30 days you will not going to be able to satisfy everyone, right? And there is going to be a lot of the word is not criticism, more like a opposition to your ideas, to your opinion. And this is going to make a solidarity being less and less in your environment. So it's a rough season for you, in which you will just gonna have to powerhouse your way through. Okay, next that will be Aquarius. Uh, Justice, Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So it's quite indicative of a season here, as that, and I'm saying we because I am rising Aquarius, as that can I put it into words? All right, I'm gonna try to sell it that to say it that way. Is that we are underselling ourselves to ourselves. So what I'm trying to say here is that according to these cards, this season is gonna be the end of us settling for something beneath ourselves. And while that's a good thing and is going to allow us to climb into the ladder, or at the ladder of the hierarchy, not just the hierarchy, but also the ladder of progress, and the ladder of achievements, and the ladder of just getting things done, it is also going to make us super busy. So this will be the season where we will just not want to have a free time for ourselves, and not just only that, but also there is going to be a constant deficiency of just time. A lot of responsibilities that are going to be much higher in stake, and as well in value of what we are used to by that point. So expect more difficult projects, more important people, more meaningful interactions, but also, to all that, more demanding of all of them. All right, and last but not least, that will be Pisces. Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Oh my god, so good. All right, guys. Hey, Taco. I am so glad, Taco. Oh, she deserves a reward, if you ask me. I don't know, like I have been on those, but they never seem to kind of like make me in that state of mind where the drug addicts are seeking. Or in fact, I'm just feeling myself, you know, without the pain. So they never affected me in a way to impair my judgment or my mood and so on. In fact, well, my mood improves because I feel no pain, but other than that, I'm just the same. Jasmine, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Jasmine. Let me put you into the list. All right, so like I said, super good for Pisces. This is a season for you, Pisces, where you are always gonna have someone to support you, especially into the things and into the fields that you do wanna progress. So this is gonna be a support through your development that is going to completely change the game for you. It's gonna make things so much more easier. Is going to make difficulties, plights, and predicaments that you are facing on daily basis completely redundant, and it will make you change your concept over how to move forward. So this is going to be a season of cooperations for you, fruitful discussions, and also a teamwork. You just need to be able to carry on criticism, because he's going to start with criticism. Okay, and you're just gonna have to listen to it, swallow it, and apply it. You emailed me. I haven't received anything yet. All right, so that's gonna be for the 12th. Now the super chat. Oh, let me get my cards for personal readings. And I have a few inhales first, just to kind of like brush myself off from the 12 interpretations. Oh, you're welcome, living girl. Because you know, Taco, and probably you guys already know, I back in the past I had kidney crisis with stones, and the pain is just, oh my god. You know, I broke limbs of myself. I had my arm being broken 2 times. I had a tooth pain, my ear, but this thing, oh man, that's the true pain. Okay, it's just nothing comes even close to that, to the kidney crisis. And yeah, what I mean is that the pain meds, wow, it's God should. I think that that person is in heaven, whomever invented those pain meds. They are a necessity, yes. The thing is that in my country, you have to be dying to be prescribed pain meds. And even then, they are given to you in controlled environment, meaning you can't get them if you aren't in a hospital. When I had my first kidney crisis and it was established that I have a stone going through, my doctor said, well, don't worry, you're not gonna die from it, you can endure, and no pain meds. I was just shocked. How can you even endure that pain? It was so bad. Well, I did, but I wish no one such a thing. Yeah, I know. I know it is a milk of the puppy. And where it comes from. Well, taco, yeah, because you had an epidemic of it. Because everybody was prescribing them, even for a simple headache. And yet they are. Yet they are. All right, back to the super chat, Yasmin. So let's see what kind of a season you're gonna have. Yeah, you're right, Taco. Truth is, at least in my country, most of the doctors are treating the patients like animals. It's just like animals, especially in the hospitals. It's so bad unless you do not pay. Now, if you pay outside of your health insurance, then you are treated well. But if you don't pay, it's bad. All right, Yasmin, those are your 4 cards. Hold on a second. So you do have a 4 of Pentacles, the Death card, the Magician, and then is 10 of Pentacles. So these 4 cards here are showing that this is going to be a season for you in which you are gonna be able to secure your job, for example, or to secure partnership, to secure friendship. It is just, this is going to be the primary word, securing of a certain future, in which future you are not going to have to let go of aspects or things that you are holding dear to your heart. In fact, I would say even more boldly, Yasmin, that for you this is the season of second chances, in which this time around you will be able to secure the development, a second chance in your if you need, that is. All right, now I'm giving an examples. A second chance in your relationship, if you need one, in which you will be able to secure your relationship. Second chance with a client, a second chance at work, a second chance with friendships, and so on and so forth. And ultimately, you will be able to secure it to a point where you're going to feel very, very comfortable with it. Quite independent in terms of that you are not going to have to worry about whether you're going to lose this this field in your life or not. And you will show a remarkable skills in the next 4 weeks, which are not only going to earn you appraisal, but also this show off will make you build personal sovereignty and stand up in front of others. People at some point, people are going to look you with awe, and they're going to start listening to you, and they're going to start liking you for who you are. So whatever is slipping through your fingers right now, or that you're maybe feeling slipping through your fingers, you will be able to secure in this coming season that you are just entering, that we are just entering into right now. So it's going to be a really, really good season for you. Next one, that will be Taco. Let's see what kind of a season you're going to have, mate. Well, if you can afford it, Taco, then that's great. Cinnamon Kiss, thank you for the 20 pounds, by the way. I'm sorry I missed you. Thank you. Let me put you into the list, and you're going to have your personalized reading. So, how... my challenges. All right. We're going to take a look into it. So, Taco, your turn now. All right, Taco. Those are your cards. This is a season that is going to be full of surprises, mate, for you. Full of surprises that at first point may appear as irritating events. So there are going to be a lot of turnarounds. There is going to be a lot of change of hearts as well. There is going to be a lot of change of circumstances. So that's why in this season, you must not give up. By all means, by anything to its very end. Because at the very end, it may happen that there could be a change of circumstances, a turnaround, and a failure to transform into a success. And that is very well as well described with the Fool on the second position, meaning that you should take things very, very seriously. Okay, like under very seriously, I mean you should take also giving up very seriously to a point where not letting go of a choice that you had taken. Another thing that the Fool is telling us here is that this isn't a season for you to change concept, and not just only concept, but also to start anew. All right, that is a season in which you should carry on with your current choices, with your current stuff, with your current developments. And these surprises, or these surprising shift of a circumstances, these surprising events, are always going to present you with choices that will not just only work for you, but also are going to be choices that you are going to like taking, and the results are going to follow from it, not for you, but also from everyone that it is involved in these situations, that it is related to you as well. Cinnamon Kiss, Pisces Moonbeam is no longer part of the channel moving forward. That's why you haven't seen her. All right, next, Nancy. Let's see what kind of a season you're gonna have. And it's not just only giving up, it's more like don't let go of. You're welcome, Taco. All right, Nancy. Those are the cards here. Those four. So we have the Five of Swords. Then it is the Nine of Pentacles. King of Swords. And the last one, this is going to be the Ace of Cups. So give me a second here. All right. So Nancy, ultimately, in this season, I am well, Cinnamon Kiss. So in this season, Nancy, I hope will be restored for you, but I have a lot more to say than that. Just bear with me. What I mean is that wherever you lost hope into, some people lost hope that they are going to find love in their life. Some people have lost hope that they are going to be able to earn money. Some people had lost hope that they're going to find a nice living quarters, right? Some people may have lost hope that they are going to cure themselves and whatnot, okay? So whatever one have lost hope into, and I'm not talking about that needs to be something that you are kind of like a grieving for every day of your life. Maybe even a topic that you just forgot about, okay? You embraced it, you accepted, you resigned about it, and you haven't put it into your mind ever since. And this is a season where that hope is going to be restored. For example, if you had lost hope that you will ever gonna fall in love again, then you're gonna fall in love again. Or if you had lost hope that you're gonna bring back your business on your on its feet, then you're gonna bring back your business on its feet, and so on and so forth. So that's the good part of your season. Now the bad part of your season is that you are going to be susceptible of scams and as well being beguiled into investing more of a personal efforts into someone else's development and earning nothing in return. So this is going to be a season for you where you need to trust your healthy sense of mistrust and always double check or fact check or whatever the case the proposals, the offers, and so on and so forth, or the sweet talks, if you will, that you are going to be fed with. And the best way how you can do so, at least according to these cards, is seeking of a second opinion. Okay, seeking of a second opinion is going to clear out all the question marks or the mists that is kind of like clouding out some of the suspicions that you are going to have, because once you are presented with these opportunities, quote unquote, you're immediately going to have a red flag into them, something, even if you may not be able to put your finger on, will feel very, very fishy. So that is important, that you do not give your trust into one thing or another right away. Okay, next, that will be Mattia. What do I need to know? You're welcome, Nancy. All right, Mattia, I will additionally going to text you with it because I don't think that's something that I should kind of like make public. But here I will tell you as much as I can. Those are the cards here. And you need to know that you will not going to be heard. And despite your better judgment, or rather like despite what you had said and what you had preached, the actions taken are not going to be according to the for the greater good. I am texting you right now. All right, done. So I hope what I text you, it elaborates on the situation. But long story short, your pleas and your resolutions have had fell on deaf ears. All right, next, Jasmine. All right, Jasmine, those are cards for you. We have Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Devil card. So this is going to be, at least according to this card, Jasmine, a extremely successful is the right word that I should find, season for you, because that's going to be a season in which you are going to make a huge leap in development. That could be business development, it could be romantic development, it could be both or one of those. And the worst thing you can do is to change how you tackle the subject, because there is going to be that incentive at some point, okay, to be more, how can I put it into words, up to date, to be more in tune with time, and so on and so forth. And what you need to know, at least according to these cards, it is that you are doing just fine, right? You're doing just fine the way you're doing your job and the way you are performing in your social and in your social circle and so on and so forth. And speaking about social circle here, it does look like that there is going to be a slight purge in it, which is going to be for the greater good. What I mean is that there is going to be, for a person or a people, that you will find no reason anymore to keep up contact with them, because you will just not going to share vision. You're not going to share mindset. You will just not going to share anything. But whenever you do need help, whether to handle your work or whether with the personal endeavors, a help is going to come from the most unexpected places. And it's all about not to turn that help down. Now, ultimately, where this is going to lead to is that your yearnings are going to be fulfilled. Your yearnings are going to be satiated based on this development and this growth, this leap in development that is going to take place within this season of Aquarius, that is up to the 18th of February 2024. So it's going to be a really good season for you as well. Okay. Next, that will be Cinnamon Kiss. How do I overcome my challenges? That's a good question. Let's check it out. You're welcome, Jasmine. It's, by the way, Jasmine, it's a really, really good season for you to find a better job or to find a better person to date with. So if you are looking out for to change your job, to change your place of living, just to make a change, it's a really good, it's a really good season for you to do so. Just hold on a second. Those are the cards, by the way. these two are speaking for like old mistakes, like repeating on old mistakes. So that is definitely something that you should not do. And also it's subsequently, or rather like consequently, I'm sorry, not subsequently, but consequently, they lead to fear, like the fear of tackling with certain issues because they're difficult, like being afraid of undertaking that thing because it's going to be too difficult and therefore it's most likely for you to fail. Hence, why should I even bother tackling with it? So that is a mindset that you should throw out of the window right away. Okay? So that is one thing that you need to do here. Not presuming that things are not going to work out just because, for example, you don't have the expertise or just because it seems way too difficult. The true issue, though, lies within the trust that once ensues, at least for you here. And that said, you overcome your challenges through earning the trust of the people that these challenges are depending on and building up your name. Like building up your name as a name being worthy or that being trustworthy, a name that one can rely upon when times in need. Another thing that is going to help you big time is if you focus on how you do rather than what you are going to get. That is also going to help you big time into overcoming your challenges. Now, for example, if you have challenges in you dating people, you should focus on rather what you are going to get as a result of your date, less than how you're going to perform in that date. That should be your concern, right? And therefore not repeating your old steps in previous dates that end up being failure. But just because you are dating someone handsome, that doesn't mean that you are going to fail. So that mindset you throw out of the window, and you are going to have the recipe for success here. The only thing you need to do at that point is just earn the trust of the person. It would help me more if I know what your challenges exactly are. But the last thing that I'm going to say here is that what is going to help you is emotional investiture, cinnamon kiss. If you do not feel it, it's not for you. And it's not going to bring a positive change for you moving forward. You may have challenge with your job and you don't like your job. Or that job is not going to make a positive change in your life if you don't like your job. So the way to solve that challenge obviously is to find a new one. Okay, and last but not least, that will be Cinnamon Kiss. So let's check you out, Cinnamon Kiss. News Devon, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's gonna be you, News Devon. Cinnamon Kiss, I already did yours. I'm sorry, it's quite late here, guys, and I just got confused. But now it's your turn, News Devon. Well, cinnamon kiss, then you have your answer. Do you know what kind of a say we have in our country here? That fear rots thy soul. So you shouldn't be afraid of trying. All right, cinnamon kiss. Not cinnamon kiss, but news devon. What you need to know is that a love letter or an invitation or a gift is down your way, right? You are gonna get it soon, and it will be from a person that you have their heart pretty much secured, right? It's just they are into you to such an extent. There is no changing their mind. That is your card, Four of Pentacles. Not just only it, I also drew another system to be able to say what the event is gonna be. But long story short here, you're not gonna be able to get away with this one, in a term of like, no matter what you do, you won't be able to repulse them. That is what I am trying to say here. So you're pretty much gonna have your love future secure. That is, if you so choose to answer that letter, call, or an invitation. All right, guys, this is gonna do it for tonight, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity as well. Next Sunday, we're going to have, let me see what we have in, what is Sunday? It's 26, so it's going to be the new moon in Pisces. That's easy. All right, so next Sunday, we're going to have new moon in Pisces. So we're going to examine another lunar phase, which is going to be a waxing moon. And I hope that you guys are going to join me for it. And yeah, until then, bye.